mentally ill man died a violent death at the hands of Fullerton police. Good evening. I'm Cher Calvin.
And I'm Micah Ullman. That claim comes from the attorney representing the family of Kelly Thomas. Tonight, he is sharing never-before-seen medical records revealing the massive internal injuries doctors found after Thomas was rushed to the ER on the night of July 5th. KTLA's David Begnaud has the story you'll see only on 5.
What you are about to see comes directly from the medical records released by the hospital to Kelly Thomas's family. The family's attorney has compiled the information and created an incredible illustration showing what he says is the extent of Kelly's injuries at the hands of those 6 Fullerton police officers. I want to warn you, what you are about to see is graphic. It is the picture seen around the world, but now only on 5, the radiological images from the hospital that night showing the brain death and broken bones in Kelly Thomas's body, starting with his face.
What they did here is they repeatedly pounded on his cheekbone to the point where the arch of the cheekbone that connects to the skull broke.
Garo Martirosyan is the personal injury lawyer representing Kelly's family. He and a team of medical experts created this illustration detailing the injuries to Kelly's body based on the medical records from July 5th. The night Kelly was rushed to the University of California at Irvine after a deadly confrontation with 6 Fullerton police officers. As Kelly screamed, almost a dozen people watched.
Is he dead? He's almost halfway dead.
By the time he got to the University of California Irvine Hospital, he was already brain dead.
According to the scans, the bridge of Kelly's nose was smashed in.
They beat on it so hard that they broke it into numerous pieces. Witnesses have said that they saw these bullies, these Fullerton Police Department officers, take a taser, take the butt of a taser and repeatedly smash Kelly in the face, right at the nose, so hard that it broke his nose and it broke this bone, the ethmoid plate, deep inside the skull, where the brain sits right above that. And you can't really break that easily.
Kelly was shot in the chest with 2 taser barbs that looked just like this.
Despite the taser company's specific warning that avoid shooting people in the chest because of the potential cardiac arrest.
Kelly also had 2 broken ribs, one on each side of his body, and inside, massive bleeding.
And all this blood accumulated inside his lungs that caused difficulty breathing. But these officers did not stop beating him. They kept beating him until he had a cardiac arrest.
With everything we've seen, what do you believe is the cause of death?
It is obvious that it was the brutal beating at the hands of these bullies, these Fullerton police officers.
Martirosyan is going public with this evidence for one reason: to pressure the Orange County District Attorney to file criminal charges against the officers at the scene the night Kelly Thomas ended up looking like this.
No fair-minded district attorney could look at this evidence and conclude there was not criminal intent and criminal conduct here. If these officers were not wearing badges, they'd be in jail by now.
The attorney for those 6 Fullerton police officers not commenting. The Fullerton Police Department today referred us to the DA's office, and the DA's office said they are simply waiting for the coroner to release the medical report before deciding whether or not they will charge those 6 Fullerton police officers with a crime. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. there will be a news conference where the attorney will disclose what doctors say was the cause of death. It can be summed up with one word. You'll hear it tomorrow at 11 a.m. KTLA will be there, and we will stream the news conference live on our website, KTLA.com. In the newsroom tonight, I'm David Begnaud. Back to you.
Again, Thomas's attorney has provided the photos exclusively to KTLA. You can see them in detail on our website at KTLA.com.
Right side. Here. Well, stop it. Okay. Here, dude. Here. Please. Come on. Please stop, dude. Please. Stop it. Roll your stomach. Roll your stomach. For code 3 still. He's on something. Here, I got this.
I need to hear. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Ma'am, I'm sorry.
Get on your shit!
We need witnesses!
We demand! We demand! We demand! We demand! You was told to bring those back! You was told to bring those back! Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You got people hating you for this.
Right,
Just my medication. I'm helping you.
right to rest. Right to rest.
We demand.
Right to rest.
We demand.
Right to rest.
Will we give up?
Never.
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 We need one.
Never.
Never. We need one.
Never.
Fuck you. Never. What do we want? Never. What do we want?
Right to rest. Right to rest.
Right to rest.
That's bullshit. You guys are doing way too much. Don't tell you guys to bring that back. By the way, when you guys took my shit, you took my medication, you took everything, and that's a lawsuit on your ass. You hear me?
Let's go. We won't go.
We won't go.
Let's go. We won't go. We won't go. We won't go. We won't go. We shall not be moved just like the tree. Just standing by the water. We shall not be moved. Fuck out of here. Our shit. All of us again.
I had my back turned to him and I did not see him approaching, and the first thing that he did was he kicked me. He didn't identify himself as an officer, and he kicked me and told me to get up.
I said he whipped around on us, threw us in the van, took us for that long ride. I'm like, man, but I never want to go through that anymore.
To imagine what it's like. You're trying to go to a store to get something to eat, and you haven't done anything wrong, and a car pulls up and maybe ask you for your ID, then they tell you to get in.
Did ask who we were? You know, get in the van.
I asked him if I was free to go. He told me no.
We took like maybe a 15-minute ride.
You don't know where you're going, you don't know where you're ending up. Maybe when you get there, you're abused in some way. What would that feel like?
And we're walking back. It took us almost 5 hours to get back. Walking, it was cold.
They take people with nothing as it is, barely clinging on. I'm a citizen just like anybody else. I wasn't doing anything wrong. You know, he says, I don't care. You're not allowed down there. Don't let me catch you back there. Like, you know, there's a homeless warming center in between those two streets right there.
What have I done? That's what I'm saying to myself. Because all I'm doing is surviving. I ain't out here robbing or doing any criminal activity.
I'm down here, I'm just trying to get warm. I'm just surviving.
They're not doing anything wrong, and somehow the police come, pick them up, and take them somewhere and drop them off at a place that would be very difficult for them to get back to, where they can get just basic food, shelter, etc.
If you don't have money, or if you're poor, or if you're whatever, they've shown us that you're not important. You're not worth protecting, and we're definitely not going to serve you. We'll serve you up a field trip, a ride.
I mean, in regards to being Catholic, counter to the very essence of the social teachings and social justice.
If we stop and realize, wow, we're spending so much time and energy and man hours and resources into just into abusing and bullying the weakest members of our society. Every person, no matter what their social status is, deserves dignity and respect.
You know, about 4,000 people in Washoe County are homeless or live in temporary housing. That's according to Volunteers of America.
For 2 nights last week, KOLO 8 News Now's Paul Harris spent 2 nights on the streets of Reno. It was part of a social media campaign to raise awareness called #ThisIsHomelessness. He joins us from the train tracks downtown with more on his experience. Paul?
Sarah, it was by these train tracks and across the way at this fence that I tried to sleep for 2 nights. Sleep that came in small doses. Now, what I lost in sleep, I gained in knowledge of what it's really like to be homeless in our town. As the train rumbles past 4th and Evans, I join a group of volunteers who are spending a few nights on the street, hoping to understand what it is like when you have nowhere to go. I am told there is safety in numbers as we are joined by a few homeless men and their dogs.
The hardest thing about being out here, I would have to say dodging the police.
The wake-up call comes at 4:30 as the homeless who sleep by the tracks don't want to get hassled by Reno police who make their sweeps around 5 a.m.
If I see him here tomorrow, I've given you a warning, and then it's either going to be a citation if they want to come back and disregard my warning, and then the 3rd time it's usually go to jail.
For those who have nowhere to go once police sweep the tracks, they can use the day area next to the shelter, nicknamed the Pit, as refuge from the streets. Both men and women must be out from the shelters by 8 a.m. so they can be cleaned up. The shelter can also accommodate 27 families, and for one little girl, Thursday was her first day of kindergarten.
Okay.
One woman who came to the shelter to escape an abusive boyfriend was anxious about a job interview she had later in the afternoon.
Oh yeah, you know, people judge you when they find out you're homeless or they see you down here. People do judge, the public really does.
When Melanie Sandomirsky went for the job interview, she was told all the positions had been filled. The shelter and the existing overflows can fit about 400 people, but if they can't get a room here, then it's on the street that they have to stay for the night. Pat Cashel, who took over running the shelter 5 months ago, says a possible solution is more affordable housing.
The funds are limited, the housing's limited. That's our ultimate goal, is to get people housed and back on their feet.
And Cashel, son of former Reno Mayor Bob Cashel, should know about getting back on his feet. He struggled with addiction for 9 years before getting sober.
We can end our homeless problem. I really feel that way.
How do we do that?
By all coming together and you know, like I said, treating these people like human beings.
That is one thing Sandomirsky would like the public to know.
We're all human down here. We have feelings. Everybody has a different story, and everybody here is not bad.
Now, Sarah, I can tell you, for being out here for 2 nights, my back hurt, my hips hurt. I didn't get much sleep, so I can only imagine what it's like to be out here day in and day out. Now, there are no easy solutions to this problem, but that doesn't mean people aren't willing to help. Coming up at 6:30, I'll tell you about a new home that is dedicated to helping homeless teens. Live in downtown Reno, Paul Harris, KOLO 8 News Now.
Okay, brave work. Paul, thank you.
Hello, my friends. This is R.Joshua Collins here with Homeless Advocates for Christ on Facebook. Feel free to join that group if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this video of the City Hall meeting from today. And if you can, just please pray for me. You know, I get a little discouraged sometimes. These city council people don't really do anything to change anything, no matter how many years they go speaking at City Hall. But please just pray that God give me maybe a new plan of attack or something. I don't know what I need to do, but I want to see change. You know, I want to see people get help. Legal protection for the homeless, and just need more wisdom on how to do that. So pray for me in that area. I really appreciate it. Again, if you'd like to join my Facebook group, Homeless Advocates for Christ, and of course you can email me at servingjesus99212@yahoo.com. If you have prayer requests, questions, ideas, you want to get involved, let me know. So anyways, I'll go ahead and let you guys watch the video now, but just wanted to share that with you guys, and thanks for subscribing and for being there and commenting. Really appreciate that, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks so much, and may God bless you. You seek first His kingdom always. Bye-bye. One thing I forgot to say, please do share this video. Hopefully get more awareness of what's happening among the homeless in our community. And subscribe to my channel if you'd like, if you haven't already. And with that, to City Council. My name is R.Joshua Collins. I'm the founder of the Facebook group Homeless Advocates for Christ, as many of you know. And I'd first like to read 1 Corinthians chapter 6, 9 through 10, to encourage everyone to give their life to Jesus, to turn from sin. Do you not know that the unrighteous will not inherit the kingdom of God? Do not be deceived. Neither the fornicators, nor idolaters, including the Muslims, nor adulterers, nor homosexuals, nor sodomites, nor thieves, nor the covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners will inherit the kingdom of God. There's a heaven, there's a hell. Jesus died for us. I encourage everyone to get their life to Jesus before it's too late. You could die today. Now, I have a question regarding the homeless situation. Mayor, last week, you basically said we've done some good things for the homeless. And I explained to you before you spoke that many of the laws that you passed are harming the homeless currently. So right now, the homeless can have their property taken from them in parks, as you know, The sleeping bags are illegal in parks, as you know. Tarps are illegal. It just rained recently, as you know. So I guess I have a couple questions. How do you justify outlawing sleeping bags, tarps, and other needed items for the homeless to use? Is that kind? Does helping some while robbing, harassing, criminalizing, and jailing others seem kind to you? Many homeless have lost medications, blankets, all their property, and their freedom due to the laws that you've created. How many of our people do you think need to be robbed, jailed, and harassed until you are labeled a thief and a criminal yourself for making all this happen with your laws? And did you know that all of you are criminals now in many people's eyes because you ignore the rights of the poor? Are you the only ones who deserve the right to sleep because you have money? In closing, I'd like to say Hitler was kind to some people, but robbed and murdered many others. Very few think Hitler was a kind and good man. My advice to you, if you truly want to be kind, is to disarm your weapons, the laws you have aimed at every homeless person in this town. End your proxy war on the homeless and the poor, including the veterans, elderly, and the sick. Sleep is a basic need. Legalize sleeping bags, tarps, and safe areas for the homeless to sleep. Look at what Santa Ana's doing. Love does no harm to their neighbor. Your laws have harmed many and continue to do so. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Looks like code enforcement, the homeless outreach team is here, taking the shopping carts from an older lady with some property here. Looks like they took her shopping carts. Left her with bags, so it's gonna be hard for her to transport that property, but hey, can I ask you a question? Sir? No, I gotta go, man. Sorry. Well, I'm just curious. I mean, it says homeless outreach team there, but that's not helping her at all. If you were really outreaching, wouldn't you give her something to transport her property or something like that? But obviously she can't carry that stuff.
She has her grandson. I'm sure he's big man.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult now for them. So just, I don't think they should take that off of there. Because all you do is take property. You don't outreach or help anybody.
Well, actually, it's not here.
What do you do to help? How?
We have the volunteers that come out and help.
How is she getting help right now? It says homeless outreach team. How is she getting outreach and help right now?
I'm a branch of the outreach team. So.
But you're not out. What?
It's a branch. It's like the branch.
Yeah.
I'm one branch of it.
But I don't see homeless outreach taking place. That's what it says right here.
I said I'm part of it.
Yeah.
One of the tools that they use.
So one of the tools is taking their property
Well, this is
or collecting shopping
not their
carts?
property. It's the shopping cart.
So you collect shopping carts?
Yeah, here's the park.
That's your job?
I return property. Yes, ma'am.
But how's that outreaching to the homeless? That's just taking.
You should have a different,
I mean,
you should have a different label on your
yeah.
thing.
Would that make you guys? It's hard.
We'll be more accurate, I
More
think,
accurate.
than.
You shouldn't be lying to the public.
Yeah.
I'm like I said, I'm a branch of the team. You know, there's not just me on it. There's several people.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
know.
Just want to make you aware of what you're doing, though. You just made it harder for her to.
How do you feel about doing this? How does it make you feel to do this? This woman is having a hardship right now because of the carts you've taken away.
The carts weren't going to begin with. They were
Okay, so-
stolen. How would you feel if someone took your property and didn't give it back?
I
Would you
find
be
out
happy
really
that I
hard to
brought it
believe
back
that
to
she
you?
stole
Would you be
those
happy that I brought them back to you?
Well,
If someone took your stuff and I brought it back to you, would you be happy?
I understand that, but I'm saying if you're a homeless outreach.
How do you feel about
if I
this
was
lady?
taking
She's
stuff,
a
I
senior
get it.
citizen.
But
Yeah.
today I'm not doing that.
But yesterday you did, right?
I just do what the PD tells me to do.
Yeah. So.
If you guys have any questions, just contact PD. I'm sure you know Lozo.
Yeah.
So you can contact Lozo as well. I'm sure.
Enemy of the homeless.
So please
We know him.
contact him if you have any questions. All right.
Thanks for your time. Well, there you have it, folks. The Homeless Outreach, Anaheim. See what it says on the truck? Homeless Outreach Team. Now, that just does not look like outreach to me. That looks like they're just making things harder for people. She has to bag up all this property here. And she's not high or on drugs or anything. She's just trying to survive out here. So please pray for the homeless. If you'd like to join my Facebook group, Homeless Advocates for Christ. You can also email me at servingjesus99212@yahoo.com. And just pray God gives us wisdom on how to help these people, and that just pray these people really outreach to help the homeless in this city. Anaheim, known as the City of Kindness, they call it. Thanks so much for your prayers and support. May God bless. It's like code enforcement's taking more blankets. Whose blankets are they taking over there? You know, QP? Homeless outreach at work here in Anaheim. Take the blankets and sleeping bags from the homeless. I know they really don't like me filming, but just pray they'll understand that homeless people have rights too, and taking their property isn't going to make things easier or get people off the streets.
That's mine. Paul just put it over there. I was supposed to bring it over here. But you guys. What's your last name again? Negron, N-E-C, R-O-N.
What's your birthday?
6/25/70.
He just threw the blankets into the back of the homeless outreach team truck. That's what they do. That's how they outreach. Please keep the homeless in prayer, and if you'd like to join my Facebook group, Homeless Advocates for Christ, and you can also email me at servingjesus99212@yahoo.com if you want to get involved or speak at City Hall with us, or you have ideas. The more support, the better. Thanks so much for your prayers and support, and I do hope to hear from you soon. God bless you as you seek God's kingdom first always. Bye-bye. Looks like they're giving a homeless woman a camping ticket here, Maxwell Park. They're citing her for property storage as an infraction. Now the park is open right now, and they know that she's going to Hawaii. They're supposed to be helping her get to Hawaii. So why are they making it harder for her by giving her an infraction before she leaves? Makes no sense. City of Kindness at work here in Anaheim, California. So now she's homeless and has to deal with this infraction issue. And if it goes to warrant, then she'll go to jail, lose her property, and who knows what else. So just please keep the homeless in prayer in this city, Anaheim. As you can see, there's not very good Samaritans here. They want to ticket homelessness away, and that's not really going to work. So thanks for your prayers and support. If you'd like to join my Facebook group, Homeless Advocates for Christ, you can also email me at servingjesus99212 yahoo.com. She has her ticket now, and obviously that isn't helping homeless people. Thanks for your prayers and support, and may God bless you as you seek first God's kingdom always. Bye-bye. Homeless outreach team with property, blankets, etc. from the homeless. There they go. Hello my friends, this is R.Joshua Collins with Homeless Advocates for Christ, and my friend here is going to go ahead and share a little bit how she's been treated. Now let me ask you this before we start. I guess the question would be, they call Anaheim the city of kindness. Now what would you say to people that say, hey, the Anaheim is the city of kindness? Do you agree with that or disagree, and why? Whatever you're, whether you agree or not. Go ahead.
I disagree, because it's not a city of kindness anymore. You can't go to a park or anything without the cops harassing you.
Yeah.
When I go, there's hardly any place to park to even sleep in your car. What do they do?
Yeah.
Want women to sleep on the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go to Walmart sometimes, and I'll put like a little sunscreen up, and I'll put little, towels on the windows, and I stay in the back section, and I won't bother anybody. Don't leave any messes or anything. They'd still come through there and swoop us out of there, tell us we can't be there. I mean, it's too dangerous to be sleeping on the street.
Yeah.
It is. There's too many people that go around and
especially for women.
rob you. Yeah,
right.
especially for women.
Yeah.
But there's times where I've even parked over by apartments or something like that, and I'll be parked along the side of in a parking space.
Yeah.
And people will call because we're taking up a parking place.
Yeah.
And we're not doing anything. We're just sitting there. I'm like looking at my phone or watching a little movie or something.
Yeah.
And we have to leave because they call the police on us and they start harassing us.
Because if someone falls asleep in a car,
Yeah.
just like I told you, I purchased the one car. I had the other car. They towed that car, so I purchased another car, and I purchased another car. And I told them I was homeless. This is all I had.
Yeah.
And the police took it from me.
Yeah, that's in Stanton,
and
right?
left me on the street. Yeah, that was in Garden Grove.
Oh,
That was in
Garden
Garden
Grove.
Grove. Was the one that took the Stanton police took the other car because it was parked in the same spot for 3 days. And I didn't get back in. I didn't even know they put a warning or anything. They didn't.
Yeah.
If they did put a warning, who knows?
Yeah,
They just towed the car, but
Wow.
I'd already had it towed, before because the car kept broken down. I just purchased it for $1,300.
Yeah.
Saved up money, and when you save up money, it's hard when you're homeless and you're saving up money to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And then they just rip it out from you before you can even get down to the DMV.
Yeah.
I just fixed the new car I got. I just fixed the axle.
Yeah.
And ready to go to the DMV, and ran out of gas. And they stop and take the car, even though they wouldn't look at the bill of sale or nothing. Just took my car.
Yeah.
Oh, you're homeless, great. We'll take it. And then now
That's
I can't
terrible.
get any of my property out. I couldn't get any of my property out because I didn't have the paperwork.
When
And
did they take the
paperwork's in the
car? When did they take?
This was the beginning of February.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Recently,
I was in the
huh?
hospital for 3 weeks after that
Wow.
because I was so hurt. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I was infected bad in my left
Yeah.
leg, and I was hurt so bad. I explained to him, please, this is, I need a car.
Yeah.
And it's I'm unfortunately I used to work 2 jobs, but unfortunately I'm probably gonna have to get disability because of all my health issues.
Wow.
It made it hurt. And I understand I made bad decisions in my life. However, though, but now that you make good decisions, this is the kick I get for making good decisions.
Yeah.
Is that the kick I get? They want us to not break the laws and not do anything, but then yet they don't give us any freedom to come up to
So they keep
to grow
keeping you
instead
down,
of
right?
Yeah, kick you when you're down.
Yeah.
That saying.
Yeah.
They don't kick you when you're up because they can't, and they kick you when you're down.
Yeah.
And that's the only people that talking about robbed. I feel robbed by our system.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Work all these years, and I feel robbed of our our freedom is being taken away, and it's just our integrity. Our beliefs.
Or you know what I hate is when you're at the park or something like that, and you're just minding your own business. Why do they gotta come and harass you when you're at the park?
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a place where everybody can come and sit down, lay down on a blanket if you want to, and take a nap if you want to. No big deal.
If we're gonna be but you're not allowed to sleep in Orange County.
That's the way it is. But
not in a vehicle. They tell me that you're not allowed to sleep, and I'm not allowed to sleep. How are people to get rest?
Was that an Anaheim PD or a sheriff that said that?
Oh, Anaheim PD.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
they said
that.
that
I
we
just
didn't
get tired of that.
Yeah.
I mean, the one officer was nice, but it's just, some are not nice. But the ones that are nice, they tell us, look, we have to do this, and I understand to a certain point, but they don't have to go to the ends that they do. Some of them.
Yeah.
Mainly it was Garden Grove and Stanton.
Have a little compassion, It's rough nowadays. It's tough out there.
Especially for women.
It is. It's really tough.
It is, and I did not understand. Like when that man towed my vehicle, he didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
He knew the situation, and he could have let me get my bill
a sellout and showed them that I just purchased the car.
What city was that again?
That was Garden Grove.
Garden Grove.
Yeah, very.
Do you remember the towing company or anything?
Yeah, night towing. Nighttime towing or night something. Night Star towing? Or something like that. It was night something towing.
Yeah.
Towing, yeah.
But, yeah. Well, if you can get us the information on that, maybe we can try to do something to expose it and
I'll
do
get
something
that,
about that.
Yeah, because they're making money off it, and you know what? I didn't get any of my property back too. None of it. She lost everything. Everything I owned. Every single thing I owned.
That's terrible.
I did not receive anything, and I've lost what I owned before by bad choices.
Yeah.
But now that I'm making, when I make good choices, and I was now and I got into treatment. Here I get into treatment and do everything, and I lose everything.
Wow. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. So there you have it, folks. It's still a lot of harassment, as you can hear. So please pray for the homeless. And if you'd like to join my Facebook group, Homeless Advocates for Christ, you can also email me at servingjesus99212@yahoo.com if you want to get involved. And please pray for these women out here especially, and others that are weak or disabled. It's a pretty tough situation for them. So thanks so much for your prayers and support, and I hope to hear from you. May God bless you as you seek first God's kingdom always. Bye-bye. Here, look.
No, it wasn't gone. I booked it. I'm the one that booked it. You came up to talk to me. I told you what we were going to do. We were going to.
No, I didn't talk to you. I didn't talk to you.
I was there.
You were there.
Well, I took it one time, I remember, because it was an abandoned
I
cart.
know you took it.
Yeah, I left all your stuff on the ground. I took the shopping cart. That's all I did.
You didn't keep nothing there.
Today she got all her property taken to Maxwell
I
Park.
don't know, then that would be up to the police are the ones that you'd have to go talk to the police, the HLO that are handling that. But the only contact I've had with you
Yeah, you
is
did talk to me one time. And he took the shopping cart, and he took that and left my other stuff there.
Yeah.
Was this morning?
No,
that was about a week ago.
Yeah, she's talking about today. Someone took all her property.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, what's the policy? Because it seems like they're not giving a 3-hour warning anymore. They're just taking things.
You'd have to talk with the police and see exactly what their policy is.
But the police weren't with the code enforcement today. They just code enforcement. So what are the code enforcement being told what to do? What are they being told to do?
You'll have to talk to the HLO. Mike Lozo is the head of HLO.
Oh.
So talk to him and he'll explain everything to you.
But you know too what you're being told what to do, right? What are they telling you to do?
I'm telling you need to contact Mike Lozo. He's the officer in charge. And he'll be happy to explain everything to you.
Raphael here? Raphael?
No, he's not in right now, as far as I know.
He's the one that took the stuff today. So.
Oh, that? No, I think he's...
Because she's got her...
medicine, my diapers, everything.
Her prescription.
Yeah, he's out. It shows on there. I don't know.
She's got her prescription drugs in there, and she needs to take that. And if she drops dead, you got whoever's in charge
You
here.
have to contact the police department, either Bob Conklin or Mike Lozo. They'd be happy to help you.
Yeah.
And explain everything.
They're not going to be happy to help us.
We've talked to them a lot.
Yeah.
They don't like us too much.
And we're beginning to get, pissed because I buy her this stuff today that I spent, and if we don't get it...
Was it abandoned?
No, it wasn't abandoned.
She went to the library for a while, but not that long.
Okay, if she wasn't anywhere around, that's considered abandoned.
So you guys don't give 3-hour tags anymore?
Where's the order?
You have to talk to Mike Lozo. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, we're going to talk to the mayor, actually.
Okay.
If he's up
Okay.
there.
No? Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
All right,
you.
thanks. Well, here we are at City Hall. Now, why wouldn't he know? He knows the policy. He just won't tell me.
He does.
Where's the mayor's office?
7th floor. Yeah.
Let's go up there and just harass them.
Hey, how's the homeless outreach going? Well, here we are, City of Anaheim. They have the homeless outreach truck says on the side there, homeless outreach team. You can see there's a lot of property in the back of that truck there. We're waiting for Patsy to get her property back, hopefully. They were about an hour late today showing up to open the doors where people can get their property. But hopefully Patsy's property will be there. Medications, blankets, and everything else. Please keep the homeless in prayer, and if you'd like to, join my Facebook group, Homeless Advocates for Christ, and pray that a real homeless outreach team will be created that will actually help the homeless, not just take their property from them. Thanks so much for your prayers. If you like, also you can email me at servingjesus99212@yahoo.com. May God bless you as you seek first God's kingdom always. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. This is R.Joshua with Homeless Advocates for Christ, and we're here at the pickup center where people can pick up the property that are homeless. But go ahead and tell me what happened when you went to get your property.
Well, I lost quite a bit of stuff. I lost all my bedding, backpack, camping equipment, tools, a stereo chair. It was very expensive. And this is what I got back, is a backpack and some pencils.
Wow. So what all did you lose again?
I lost a stereo chair, sleeping bag, some blankets, a quilt, some tools.
Yeah. Wow.
And multiple other things I can't even think of right now.
I think you even left clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clothes.
Yeah. Now, how long were you gone from your property? About
1 hour.
1 hour. Yeah.
And I thought they were supposed to give you a warning.
Yeah, they used to give 3-hour tags.
Right.
Yeah.
And these guys took it within 1 hour with no warning.
Now, where were you? Where was the property?
Twyla Reed Park.
Okay. All right. Thanks for letting us know. We're gonna go to City Hall to speak about this stuff. So appreciate it so much.
My name's Brent Simpson.
Yeah. Nice to meet you,
right.
Josh.
Thank
Thanks. Yeah. You guys on Facebook at all?
Yeah.
If you want, join my Facebook group. It's called Homeless Advocates for Christ, and you can, post anything that happens, and then we try to expose it and bring change and stuff. So, and also we have a connection with the ACLU. So, yeah, we're trying to get change happening soon. So,
awesome.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah. So it sounds like they're not doing 3-hour tags anymore. Mr. Conkle, I have a question. Can I ask you a question? Are they no longer doing tags? Sounds like they're not doing the 3-hour tags anymore.
The what?
They're not doing 3-hour tags anymore.
Okay, we haven't done that in a while.
Okay.
We haven't had a need to because all this stuff is posted in the parks already.
Okay. Yeah, I just make it.
The parks that are posted.
Yeah.
If you leave your stuff there, there's no requirement to wait for 3 hours.
Yeah, I know the law doesn't require it. I just confirming that you guys aren't doing that anymore. So we're gonna go to City Hall to speak. So I wanted to make sure.
It's still a tool, but I mean, we haven't had to do it in a while.
Yeah. Well, I encourage you guys to do it if you can. I mean, just for stuff like this. I mean, it's a waste your time, really, that they have to come down here when she would have been out of the library in a half hour to get her stuff, but they take it all the way over here. It's like wasting all your resources and time, really.
It's not a waste to us. I mean, I look at it as, like this one couple, they left all their luggage, and he says he left a bunch of tools and stuff at the park at 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's best if we pick it up and store it for them versus it gets stolen or rummaged through or whatever else. Because it sounds like some of his stuff was probably taken by somebody else before we collected it. Because he says he's missing tools and a chair or something. But, I mean, I look at it as an opportunity for us to be able to, I mean, yes, it's an expense on the city and police resources to do this. But if it means helping them out so their stuff doesn't get stolen.
Yeah. The thing is, you guys were an hour late coming here, and you only
Our
opened.
code officers were here at 2 o'clock. They were out here till 2:10. Nobody was here, so they left.
Oh, really?
We can't, like you said, it's a drain on resources and things like that. We can't wait here for an hour for people to show up.
Now, do you think it's possible to get this open more than once a week? Because a lot of times
limited resources.
Yeah.
Okay, you said it yourself. It takes time out of our law enforcement responsibilities to come down here to do this.
Yeah.
So we make sure that all their immediate necessities, medications, and stuff like that are taken with them if they're booked. Or if they go to county jail or something, we try to make sure that those things go with them.
Yeah.
But all the bulk property, we don't just store homeless stuff here. Any bulk property that anybody has that they get arrested for, it ends up here.
Yeah.
Just because they don't have the room at the station.
Yeah. Well, I just encourage you, please do the 3-hour tag if you can, because That way.
Well, if they leave their stuff in public, especially the parks that are already marked, don't leave your stuff.
I know you don't have to, but I just encourage you to just because I think it'll save you guys a lot of time and resources, really. Because she'd be out in a half hour to get her stuff, and you guys already take it. So now she has to call you and have you open all this up and do all that. It's like a waste, really.
Well, all the more reason that they shouldn't just leave their stuff unattended.
Yeah.
Like I was explaining to them, some cities even go so far as to issue citations for people that come to the storage place to get their stuff.
Yeah. Well, this is a city of kindness. I know hopefully we won't go that direction, but right? It's supposed to be a city of kindness.
Correct. However, if it's, like you said, it's a drain on resources.
Yeah.
If it means getting the message across to them that, hey, they need to not leave their stuff unattended in a public place, if that means
if they go to the bathroom, I mean, sometimes they go to the bathroom or things like that.
One of them go use the restroom, one can come back. Or they can downsize and organize their property and travel with their property.
Yeah. Well.
Or they can utilize a church or a friend's house or family member's house, or they can use their whatever income they have on a monthly basis to rent a public storage unit, or get a group together to go rent a public storage unit, or we have the public storage facility up in La Palma Park.
The thing is, the police are saying even though that you can't even let your friend watch your property for you.
We haven't said that.
That's what I've been told. That's what the officers are telling people.
If the property is attended, we're not going to touch it.
Yeah. Well, they did that in Maxwell. That's what I was told.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for your time. I'll talk to you later. Well, there you have it, folks. They're not taking the property, unfortunately, so just pray that these cops will see things the right way. This is ridiculous. Pray for Lou, and we're going to speak at City Hall continually through the summer, I'm sure, so your prayers and support be appreciated. Again, you can join my Facebook group, Homeless Advocates for Christ, or email me at servingjesus992@yahoo.com. And thanks so much again. May God bless you as you seek first God's kingdom always. Bye-bye.
The people of the land have practiced extortion and committed robbery. They have wronged the poor and the needy. They have oppressed the foreigners who live among them and deny them justice. Seems like now the people that are talked about here are those with badges and now are able to discriminate and criminalize the homeless that are out there by this unconstitutional ordinance that infringes on their Fourth Amendment right, which actually infringes on our Amendment right to be able to be safe with our personals out there in the parks, which now we could be discriminated against by the police. Being able to go with a blanket and just kick back in the park, and all of a sudden we have police surrounding us, asking us for papers or if we're homeless. Now, that, I mean, you know, we've been coming here for a long time for a safe zone while the shelters are being built, which is one that's not going to accommodate all the homeless that we have in Orange County, which are over 12,000 or so. Now, you know, we have more problems with the short-time rentals than we do with the homeless situation, as I see here every time that I come here. And it seems like the people are not being heard. It's a shame that we have this criminal license instead of giving them shelter, safe zone like we asked, which it won't cost too much. There's a lot of empty lots, and that's all they need is to be safe, especially the women, the disabled, the veterans that are out there in harm's way, because they're in danger of the criminal element out there that practically use a lot of them. A lot of them are clinical homeless. After a while, they start losing it, they lose hope, and this oppression that comes by this ordinance is making it worse. So I hope that you have it in your heart to change this ordinance, that actually the government, the federal government is now looking into. So we just hope that things would change for the better and this city is called the
Sure. Is there a city that has a safe zone that you know of, or an example?
Yes, there are.
You mentioned this.
Miami, Miami.
Miami, and there's Miami. There has been some places. I mean, I can say them up here, but I would have to have all that documentation to give it to you.
If you send that to me.
Sure. Yeah, because it's something that we can do that hasn't been done here, and it's proven that it will save the city a lot of money that you're spending on resources with the police, the code enforcement, and taking their stuff and putting it away. It's just the fact that we do need something else because things are not working. We still have the same problem. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Mr. Collins, Kathy Davis, Bobby Donaldson, Pam Donaldson, Keith Olson, and Louisa Lamson, please line up at the podium.
Thank you. My name is R.Joshua Collins. I'm the founder of the Facebook group Homeless Advocates for Christ, and I want to just encourage everyone to give their life to Jesus if they haven't already. I want to read a scripture. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, 9 through 11 tells us, "Do you not know that the wicked will not inherit the kingdom of God? Do not be deceived, neither fornicators," those people having sex outside of marriage, "nor idolaters, such as the Muslims and people worshiping other gods, nor adulterers, nor homosexuals, nor sodomites, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners will inherit the kingdom of God. And such were some of you, but you were washed, but you are sanctified, but you are justified in the name of the Lord Jesus and by the Spirit of our God." So if you're saved and set free from these things, that's great. But if you haven't been, I encourage you to turn to Christ before it's too late. There's a heaven and a hell. Jesus died for you. Turn to him before it's too late. I have a concern also regarding the homeless issue, of course. So you pledge allegiance to the flag, but there's Fourth Amendment violations we keep telling you, Mayor Tate, about, as well as everyone else here continually. So why you might as well put maybe a statue of Mickey Mouse there or something, I don't know, and pledge allegiance to that. I don't understand why you're even pledging allegiance to the flag, because we have a constitution, rights are being violated, we tell you this week after week, you don't do anything about it. Patsy just got her property taken. She was gone 30 minutes from her property, got it all taken from her. We were able to pick it up. Another homeless person said that they went to get the property back from where the police store it, and a lot of the property wasn't even there. There's property being destroyed. So I have four requests I put here to, if you care, you'll do something, right? But here's number one. We need a daily property pickup. They only let people pick up property once a week, or maybe like a 2-hour time frame or something like that. That's like making a property mountain where homeless have to climb this big mountain to get to their property. You make it so difficult for people that need medication. Patsy got our medication taken. You're putting people's lives in danger. So, daily property pickup, more opportunity to get their property would be good. I talked to Bob Conklin. He says they're not doing 3-hour tags anymore on property, so they can just go in and swoop and take it whenever they want. If you've gone for 15 minutes going to the bathroom, they can take your property. So we need 3-hour tags at least. And you can weave that into the law, would be nice. Put that on the agenda. We need this on the agenda. That's the third thing, to get this on the agenda to change or repeal or change this ordinance somehow to protect the rights of the homeless. And, of course, for safe zones. Read the story of the Good Samaritan, the rich man Lazarus. You see how God condemns those that ignore the poor. I encourage you not to do that. How can an unkind leader create a city of kindness? That's my question. And if you don't do anything about this, it shows me you're not kind. You're not going to create a city of kindness. Thank you.
Councilman Vandal.
Sorry.
I appreciate the last speaker's comments. Although I just want to make sure I'm clear on what I think you're asking, because in my experience, at least, in talking to CNET service, that they've offered storage right next to Wall Park, and it seems like it's available daily. And it seems like there's an opportunity for folks to access their property in these containers, and their medication I think that's a city sanctioned service, it seems, in light of what you seem to be asking for.
Well, yeah, that's in one part of town, but we're on the west side where Maxwell Park is, and they don't have one of those there. So a lot of times they set their property down like a blanket in a bag or whatever, and the code enforcement swoops it up. You know, they may be gone maybe 15, 20 minutes, and they come out, and because maybe they have to go to the bathroom or charge their phone or whatever, and the code enforcement takes all their stuff, and the side of the truck it says homeless outreach team. These code enforcement trucks where they throw all the property, and it's a joke. That's how you outreach to the homeless. You go and take all their property and take off. That's what's happening out there.
I understand there's two locations, and one of them in West Anaheim recently was made available in the last few months.
I've never heard of a West Anaheim property storage. So, but the thing is, even if you're in a property in a park legally, you should be able to be there with your property, not have it stolen from you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. West Anaheim, just for clarification.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council, there is a second site located on Beach Boulevard, just south of Ball Road. At a church, I don't have exact address exactly, but we'll make sure we get that information out on us. As we relate homelessness and make sure all of our officers, code enforcement, and police have that information available for individuals that are in our parks or elsewhere. Okay. Welcome.
Thank you. Mayor, everybody, my name is Patsy Davis, and I'm the one who got my property taken yesterday, and I need my medicine, and I'm tired of them taking my stuff. They don't take nobody else's stuff at Maxwell. They take my stuff. You know, I go to the bathroom. I have to go. And I come back, and they're going to take my medicine, and I need my medicine. And like, I told them, you know, you guys, you need to stop taking. They told me they were not going to take everybody's stuff no more. But they took my medicine, and that's what it is. I'm tired of it. I got to take it. I've been in the hospital already. I'm out, and I'm getting tired of it. I'm taking my medicine. And what he was just saying, Paul, about that, the church and all that, on Beach and all, I saw that, and they're still working on it. Okay, so think about that, you guys. Bye. Thank you.
Let me ask, ma'am, so you have medicine that you need to take that the city has confiscated.
Yeah.
You know, so let me ask that you, who can be with this? Greg Garcia is in the back lobby. I've got, if you go back to the lobby, our deputy city manager is Greg Garcia. That's great. And he can be with you in the lobby because it's obviously you need medicine you can't get to. We need to figure out how to make that happen. So
okay.
Greg Garcia is back there.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, Bobby Donaldson.
Greg Garcia is not a good person.
I don't trust police.
That was great.
I'm here to, first of all, I hope
You got them to
all
talk back like that.
want to wish that. The city needs to support an ordinance banning all STRs, both current and...
Well, friends,
Wait till she comes out.
if you can, please join my Facebook group, Homeless Advocates for Christ, and you can email us at servingjesus99212@yahoo.com. Just pray that change comes for the homeless, positive changes, and that God helps us to speak well on their behalf. Thanks so much for your prayers and support. I do hope to hear from you soon. May God bless.
Got up from the railroad track, you know it's been a hard life on the road. Just laid off, nowhere to go. He said, I don't have the American dream, no fancy cars, but Jesus holds me. I know what lies ahead of me, 'cause heaven knows I love the Lord. police were looking down at the poor woman sleeping on the ground. They said, you can't be sleeping here, no trespassing. She shed a tear. She said, I don't have the American dream, no fancy cars, but Jesus holds me. And I know what lies ahead of me, 'cause heaven knows I love the Abraham's side. So glad to be free from the greedy of earth who love their money. They said, I don't have the American dream, no fancy cars,